Hello, and welcome to episode 11 of the weekly Security Mashup. I'm Taylor Armerding, Senior Security Strategist with the Synopsys Software Integrity Group, back again to talk about what's trending in software security and insecurity, including how to improve your own security. And starting from the top, page 1, crypto casualty. Everybody knows, or ought to know, that cryptocurrencies, the best known of the nearly 1,700 out there are Bitcoin and Ethereum, can be a risky investment. Their value can spike and it can crash, seemingly on a dime, so to speak. But a couple of its major selling points have been that it is secure and private. Not so much. Certainly not in every case. If you hadn't heard about Bancor, you probably have now, given the flood of headlines after the self-described decentralized liquidity network acknowledged that attackers had stolen 3 different cryptocurrencies with a combined value of about $23.5 million from what it called a wallet used to upgrade some smart contracts. Clearly, a security upgrade should have preceded smart contract upgrades. The hack is yet another illustration of the risks when security is not built in during every phase of the software development lifecycle, or SDLC. The company, which took its website down for doing some maintenance, then did all of its communicating on social media with lengthy tweets filled with explanations, reassurances, and clarifications. Among them was that no customer wallets were compromised. The Israeli-Swiss exchange, which launched last year with an initial coin offering of about 153 million, said it was able to cut the loss by 10 million by freezing what was stolen in BNT, its own cryptocurrency. The rest was 12.5 million in Ethereum and 1 million in NPXS. And it said it was working with dozens of cryptocurrency exchanges to trace the stolen funds and make it more difficult for the thief to liquidate them. Which in this case is a good thing, but it's another reminder to those who think everything they do in the cryptocurrency world is private. It ain't. The incident also prompted a blizzard of criticism and debate about Bancor's security and whether it really is a decentralized exchange. Udi Wertheimer, a Bitcoin developer and consultant, noted in a tweet that based on what he had observed, it looked like the hack had been enabled by a permissioned backdoor. That, he had warned the company a year ago, could lead to the theft of the keys held by the Bancor team. The response from Bancor at the time was that his scenario was quite far-fetched, as we're using industry best practice multi-sig contracts on offline wallets where the different keys are password encrypted and are never stored in proximity to each other. Other critics said Bancor couldn't really be a decentralized exchange since it was using techniques that a centralized exchange would use to try to block the theft. Bottom line, however, is that the hacker or hackers figured out a way around industry best practices. And there is now an intense cat and mouse game going on over the 13.5 million still out there. Just before 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Wednesday, Bancor posted a tweet that its network was back online. Page 2, Good Guys versus Spectre. The risks from the infamous design flaw named Spectre in computer chips, the central processing unit or brain of your device, just keep expanding. Since Spectre was first revealed by Google's Project Zero in January, researchers have reported finding multiple variants. And this past week came a couple more, from Vladimir Kiriansky at MIT and independent researcher Carl Waldsperger. These are considered sub-variants of a variant discovered by Microsoft and Google about a month ago. In this case, the researchers found that the CPU is vulnerable to what they call speculative buffer overflow. The details, and there are many, are in the report, but a very short version is that if attackers are able to overflow the buffer, they can trick a program into running code of their choosing. Not a good thing. The good news amid this bad news is that the researchers reported what they had found to chip giant Intel, which then paid them a $100,000 bounty. That is an excellent example of how responsible disclosure is supposed to work. If the good guys are going to have even a chance at all against the smart bad guys out there, they have to work together. It is also worth a reminder that there are static analysis solutions available with checkers specifically for Spectre code patterns. In one test run on a real-life code base, the analysis detected an average of just one defect in tens of thousands of lines of code, a manageable level. And if you'll allow a brief promo note here, your Mashup host will be hosting a webinar on the status of Spectre on Wednesday, July 25th at noon Eastern Daylight Time. We won't get highly technical. This will be for regular people, which is most of us. The link to register, it's free, is on the page that accompanies this Mashup episode. Page 3, Healthier Healthcare. One of the most intractable problems with connected, as in connected to the internet, medical devices, is that they have been designed to be safe, as in work correctly, but not secure. One of the most popular sessions at April's RSA conference in San Francisco was titled Hacking Healthcare, Bits and Bytes Meet Flesh and Blood, which was meant to illustrate presenter Josh Corman's main point, that healthcare is in critical condition. But it may become a bit less critical after an announcement from the Federal Food and Drug Administration that medical device developers would need to do security testing throughout the development process in conformance with a framework from Underwriters Laboratory known as UL 2900-2-1. A white paper by UL, published in April, gives the details on recommended strategy. Among other things, the framework calls for structured penetration testing, evaluation of product source code, and analysis of software bill of materials. Those are the kinds of testing that security experts have been pushing for more than a decade, and that includes static analysis, software composition analysis, dynamic application security testing, and interactive application security testing. Most of those tools have been available for some time, but in the rush to get products to market, developers have frequently ignored rigorous software security analysis, which can catch potentially catastrophic vulnerabilities before a product is being used on patients. Also, when they are caught early, they can be fixed much more quickly and cheaply. The FDA announcement at the beginning of June was low-key, simply part of the Federal Register, but its implications are enormous, and very good news for patients and Internet of Things healthcare devices. These days, a device isn't safe if it isn't secure. And that's it for this week. The weekly Security Mashup is a group effort, so thanks again to our entire content team, and thanks to you for watching. Help us to spread the word. Tweet it, link it, share it, and come back again next week. I'm Taylor Armerding for the Synopsys Software Integrity Group, where we help organizations build secure, high-quality software faster.